Do you know who Brianna Chickenfry is? Like when I say the name Brianna Chickenfry, what comes to mind?
I like my steak chicken fried and fried greens on a
Friday
Friday
night.
night.
The
A pair of jeans that fit just right.
And the radio.
That's what I think of.
That's a good song.
It's a great song.
That's a good song.
It's a country banger.
Brianna Chickenfry is a podcaster. She works for Barstool. She has her own show with a wonderful co-host. She started popping up on my TikTok a few months ago. I am by no means like an expert in this field. She just started coming up on my TikTok, and I was like, who is this woman? And then one day I learned she was dating Zach Bryan, country star Zach Bryan. He's one of the songbirds of our generation. CJ. He writes some beautiful music. Shout out to Randall in the chat once had me go back and listen to Zach Bryan live at Red Rocks, and it was like -8 degrees at Red Rocks in the snow, and he put on a killer show. That's a live album that you can go find. It's beautiful. But alas, he was dating Brianna Chickenfry, whose last name is not actually Chickenfry. Her last name is like LaPaglia or something, and she goes by Brianna Chickenfry because it was an old joke from Vine. Remember Vine? She had a Vine where somebody made fun of her legs and said they looked like Burger King chicken fries, and so then she changed her name when she got on TikTok when it first started popping off. She called herself Brianna Chickenfry, and the rest is history. But they were dating for a significant period of time. They were a celebrity couple in that space, and they have broken up. They have broken up, and we found out that they'd broken up. Well, the writing was on the wall because there were some screenshots of his on dating apps, Raya, the dating app for rich people, that started circulating on TikTok. And then this statement came out yesterday addressing something. Brianna and me have broken up with each other, and I respect and I love her with every ounce of my heart. She has left me unconditionally for a very long time, and for that, I'll always thank her. I have had an incredibly hard year personally and struggled through some pretty severe things. I thought it would be beneficial for both of us to go our different ways. I'm not perfect, never will be. Please respect Brianna's privacy and space in this, and if you have it in your heart, mine too. With everything I am, and to anyone I let down, I am sorry. I try my best in everything. I failed people that love me, and mostly myself. Well, Brianna didn't know he was putting out this statement yesterday, because then she had to put out a video saying that the statement took her by surprise, and she's been in mourning because of the breakup and finding out that she was cheated on. Many people have pointed out, like, girl, did you not see the writing on the wall when you got in a relationship with Zach Bryan, who notoriously served his wife divorce papers while she was deployed? Like, they met in the Navy.
What better way to do it?
And he cheated on her while she was deployed, and then they divorced.
Famous and successful?
He's on the way.
Yeah, right.
He was right on the cusp of like being big.
I can't be tied down to this. Here you go, sweetheart.
But you want one more horrible, like, what world do we live in piece of this? Brianna Chickenfry was on Talk Tua, the Hawk Tua Girl podcast this week.
Okay, stop. Just stop.
And she said that it's not good for your mental health to date a celebrity. So it felt like this was running in that direction. That interview happened before this breakup occurred, and she found out all this stuff. But the sentence, Brianna Chickenfry was on Talk Tua's podcast talking about this relationship that now ends. I hate it here. But my group chats, this is all anybody's talking about this morning. Like, I woke up to a text that was like, is anyone else really invested in the Brianna Chickenfry Zach Bryan breakup? And I was like, yes, I've been waiting for someone more knowledgeable than me.
Now?
They broke up.
All right, so
they're not getting back together.
I don't understand how when you say we're invested in this. All right, so if you're invested in it, you're picking sides. So whose side is everybody on in the group chat? I'm assuming hers.
No one. Okay, so that's the other piece.
Oh.
No one's on anyone's side.
Oh, really?
But Zach Bryan has behaved in a way, especially with the whole statement thing, like, and not telling her that he was going to release this statement and seemingly taking her by surprise. My group chat feels uncomfortable, feeling bad for Brianna Chickenfry. This is not somebody that they root for. I'm learning. They don't root for her. She recently had a blip in the social media space where she was talking about the Menendez brothers who are having a moment as people recognized that they were victims of abuse and how that led to them murdering their parents. And she like flippantly asked why didn't they just run away? She went on a big long stand on that, and she had to answer for that. I don't know enough about this woman to make an educated opinion on her.
We weren't supposed to ask that question about the Menendez brothers. Because that's immediately my first thought is.
Well, sometimes, it's your parents, you're young, like, you can't run away. And then your mom.
They, like late teens? Weren't they like 18?
I don't know. I have to be completely honest.
Okay.
The bulk of my Menendez brothers.
I've never followed this story.
I followed it when I was a kid because there was an E! True Hollywood story on them, and I used to love E! True Hollywood stories. That's how
they tell stories in a good way over there.
Yeah, like that's how I learned more about OJ. Was the E! True Hollywood story. That was like my gateway drug into being more interested in that because I was too young when it actually happened. So I don't know enough on the Menendez brothers situation. I have just seen the response of Ryan Murphy's new show that came out, Monsters, which follows that case. Kim Kardashian has entered into the space, like trying to legally get them help, perhaps to reopen the case.
Kim Kardashian is in this?
Get your f***ing ass up and work.
That's the best sound we have, and we don't use it
We
nearly
don't talk
enough.
about her at all.
But anyway, so I don't.
Okay, but she got in trouble for that.
She got
and
in.
so
Yes.
they're not in a particularly empathetic mood.
Correct. And I don't think that's
against her.
not the only thing that she's
Gotcha.
ever done. She doesn't operate in a way where people are generally like. She has a ton of fans. She has millions and millions of followers. I really like her co-host on her podcast. I think she's hysterical. Every time she pops up, I listen to whatever she says.
Okay.
But anyway, they broke up. There's your pop culture
And so nobody's
story
on
of
his
the
side?
week. I don't think so. I think everyone, and that's why I think the majority of the reaction is like, well, what did you expect? It's Zach Bryan. Zach Bryan cheats on everybody.
Oh, so that's the word
Yeah.
on Zach Bryan.
And now it's like he's going to write a killer album.
Oh, he's one of those
Oh, yeah.
artists.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll get something good out of this.
All right.
I'm sorry for your sacrifice, Brianna Chickenfry. Genuinely.
Miss Chickenfry, you'll find somebody. Don't worry.
Da-da-da-da, chicken fried. A cold beer on a Friday night. The pair of jeans that fit just right.
Going fast.
And the radio. Oh, oh, oh. That's all I know.
The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hart, live every weekday at 8 a.m.